Tag your weed man on this post, right? Tag your weed man on this post. There's no reason that folks are making a decision that they're going to go out there and trap hard, risk their life, right? Be in a trap all day, busting jugs, this and a third, while there's people that are making that same type of money from their home, right? People that are making that same type of money from the comfort of their own home, right? Not risking their life, not in a position to where if they go down, they're going down. I really had to think about it. I was thinking about people I grew up with that, end up going down wrong paths, so to speak. I was even thinking about some people very, very, very close to me, and a lot of people that end up trapping, or a lot of people that end up stripping, shaking their ass, right, doing different things. That was just because they got addicted to that fast money. That was just because, they saw a particular lane, right? They saw a particular lane at that time in order for them to get some fast money, and they kept going down that same lane. But where is it leading our youth? Where is it leading the people that we come across every single day? Is leading them to a path of destruction. Is leading them to a path of their demise, right? Take that same trapper, right? And then say he was going to go get a pack, I don't know, for $250, right? Or 500, right? Whatever that person decided they wanted to re-up on at that particular time. You have to keep a couple things in mind as well. If you're that trapper listening to this particular video, you have to keep in mind that you're more than likely going to smoke some of your stuff, right? You're going to front a couple people here and there. And now after fronting a couple people, now you're like, is this person going to run off? Right. And if they run off on this particular pack, now I'm out X amount of dollars, and now I want their head. Right. I really want you to think about this, because you see the posts all the time that people say that, trappers or drug dealers are the real entrepreneurs, but they're just in the wrong arena. That's 100% true. Right? That's 100% true. But are we going to continue to float corny quotes around, or are we going to get down to their level and help them understand, like, yo, you don't have to beat the block like that no more. Right? To the strippers on here, you don't got to shake your ass like that no more. Right? Because there's ways, like there's skills, there's things that you can do out here that will allow you to live a regular lifestyle. You're more than likely doing that because you have kids you want to provide for that particular kid or children. But there's different ways to go about it. When the market opened on Sunday and I saw that particular account, one of many accounts that I'm trading, had like $5 in it, and I saw that I was able to turn that into a little under $160. Right? A little under $160. That really made me think, right? That really got me thinking that, man, imagine if that $5 was $100, right? Imagine if that $5, was $100, was $1,000, right? So, friends don't let friends trap or die in 2020, right? Friends don't let friends trap or die in 2020, because the end result of that is die, right? Think about that. Trap or die. The end result of trapping is death, right? But you don't have to do that. That same $500 pack, that same $1,000, right? $250 or $2,500 pack, right? That you would have flipped and maybe made double, if that, because you're gonna smoke a little bit, right? Like I talked about, there's gonna be a couple of different things that's gonna take place. Why not take that and be able to invest into a skill set? a skill set that will allow you to even trade while you're in the trap. Does that make sense? I really want you to think about this. I was in the car thinking about my market, the kind of people that I really want to help, outside of dads, in my particular space, I resonate with helping dads with daughters because that's who I am. But, I was thinking about some unfortunate events, with some people that I know very, very personally. And the fact of the matter is, I know some people that have gone down and they've been down for a year, 2, 3, 5 years doing bids, right? You don't got to do that. You don't have to do that. That doesn't have to be your portion, right? Unless you want to. But I don't think anybody's trapping hard because they want to. I don't think you're out here trying to move peas, trying to do this, that, and the third because you want to. Nobody sells drugs because they want to, right? So tag that person on this video, that hustler that that's going to go out there and they're going to serve you whatever. From a perspective of, I'm trying to go out there and make it happen for myself. I'm trying to go out there and make it happen for my family. Get them connected with somebody like myself. Let's have a money conversation for real. And let me help you understand that amount of money that you're reeing up on every week, right? Let's go ahead and multiply that, right? Let's go ahead and multiply that. And that's not a knock from a weed perspective, clearly, right? It's not a knock at all from a weed perspective. It is a knock, right? If you're that trapper on here, that you have a family like myself, and you got to think about how long you're going to sit if you go down. You have to think about what kind of income is your family going to have put away if you have to sit for 2, 3 years, if you have to sit for 5 years, because you're not telling, right? I'm a redder, right? You're not telling, right? So you got to think about, okay, how is my family going to be operating, right? If I were to go down today, if I were to go down tomorrow. Some people would be like, yeah, my family going to be good. No, they're going to run in your trap, and all that cash, they're taking all of that, right? And you're not getting that back. So why not position yourself while you have it, right? Because there's a season with everything. So with this trapping stuff, like, you'll be up one day and then the next day, if you don't know when to get out, if you're still alive, right, you might end up getting locked, or you might end up having your last day. And there's so many people that I know that was living lifestyles like that and didn't have to, and not here no more. I think about even some people that I went to school with, living a particular lifestyle, trapping, doing this, that, and the third, and you didn't have to. I was reading a story about a gentleman that I went to school with, and he actually ended up getting shot up, right? Uptown. Unfortunately, he didn't make it, and this is something that happened a couple months ago. But I saw the actual clip of the story on the news, and I was like, man, this was somebody who I hit up. This was somebody who I hit up and said, man, what's your way of multiplying the money that you have coming in right now? And they were good. They said, hey, I'm good at, what it is that I got going on, is that and the third. But the streets don't love you. The streets don't love you, Slim. Right? So you have to identify, do you love yourself enough to get out of that? Do you love your loved ones enough to get out of that? The people that you claim that you're going out there and risking your life for, do you love them enough to get out of that? And to clean your act up, so to speak, put yourself in a position to where you can grow, to where you can develop, and to where you now have income coming in directly on that same phone that you were making plays on. But now you're now participating in the same space as who? The real gangsters, the banks, the hedge funds, and the government. We talking real, man, and I hope that if you're on here that you were able to receive that. If you're doing anything, you may not be trapping, you may be scamming. Like I don't know what you have going on right now, but if you're doing anything that is putting yourself, putting your family in a situation, let's have a conversation, man. And let me show you what you could have done with that bread from that QP. Let me show you what you could have done with that bread from that Zip. For the trappers on here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's work. Cut the check.